Hi guys, Rob and Chris from CrossFit Muscle Yard. And we just thought we'd have a little chat about the Open, how it went. Obviously we've got two gyms. We were running the event at two different locations simultaneously, different members, different fitness levels, skill levels, but basically the exact same thing was happening at the exact same time in both gyms. So we thought we'd go through how it was. First off, how was your Open for you? Like
for me personally, it wasn't the best of Opens due to in the first workout, it had 26.1 was wall balls, some box jumps, and then wall balls and box step overs with the wall ball. And unfortunately, I ended up like tearing my ATL, which is the ligament down there, and I thought that's the end of it. But fortunately, seeing the physio, it slowly. I was able to do it with not get as good a score as I want. Probably one of the worst scores I've had in the last 10 years. But I've done enough to then the next workout come out. And it was a workout that favoured me with ring muscle ups. So I did okay on that one. And then and the last one, which everyone knows was tough. Some of them saw me do it. Like I could feel the slobber, everything around my face when doing it. And that was a great workout because I got to do it with the class. And in the end, getting enough to get through the top 25%, and then hopefully see what happens in quarterfinals. Really, what about yourself?
Yeah, no, it's good. I actually thought the Open was brilliant. Like, how did you think it was overall, like for an Open? Because
I think it was very inclusive. I think there was limiting factors, as in, like in the first one, I think like it's just how fit you are, how good your leg endurance is, and stamina, and not go out too hot. Just quickly, number obviously 26.2. For different people, like for myself, it'd be just how fast I could move, and I was a bit limited by the ankle with the lunges. Because then the next people, it might be how many ring muscle ups can you get? Then from there, before that, you had how many chest to bars? And we saw down at like obviously I was running the Open at Chelmsford. You saw how many people got PBs on their chest to bars, which was brilliant. And then also again, people getting the volume of pull ups as well. So that was the second one. And the third one was. It was just horrendous. Like it was good, but obviously you had limiting factor on the barbell. But everyone was able to do the workouts, I believe. So
yeah, that's what I thought was good. Everyone has like mixed points about the. They think the skill level should be harder and things like that. But for me, I think that this is like the best way. They've done the Open differently, like for years. They've tried different ways. But I like the whole thing. I think this is like for everyone, like pretty inclusive. The workouts. Even
RX,
like,
the scale.
I mean, you got all that inclusivity anyway, where you've got RX scaled advantage. But I think like majority of people, like maybe 70-80% of people that done it could actually RX the workouts this year.
Yeah,
it was just how far you got. Obviously, some people got further. The fitter you are, you got further. So I think that is a nice thing for some people. If you've got pull-ups, but not many of them. I think having just 20 to do, even if you can chip through, and even if it took you 8 minutes, you still could get through to the next stage. So I actually quite like the way that it was structured, where everyone can kind of have a go. There's still obviously bottlenecks for everybody and things like that, but then the next stage is obviously where the top 25% go through, and then the next stage you can test the higher level stuff.
Yeah, the heavier barbells, high volume in gymnastics, probably have walking on your hands. Dumbbells, like you might have dumbbell overhead squat, which is a hard movement. Yeah, it just opens up big time in the next. There will be workouts that people, without being horrible, who have just scraped through, won't be able to do. They might have something like where it's 20 burpees, get over the bar, and then it starts for the men at 60 kilo barbell. That's going to be hard for some of them because they didn't really need to get tested if they've done okay on the wall ball workout and got to the ring muscle up but didn't get one. They probably got enough to get through. But now they're going to get tested at a 60 kilo barbell, which is going to be a bit more of a game changer.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought it was brilliant because everyone could do it. I like this structure good because all the coaches can jump in. There's not as much emphasis on it, like for you as well. If you're on the cusp, like Redden is for like the semis. Before you would have to. Like you just couldn't really do it.
You couldn't enjoy it.
You couldn't enjoy it. No. But you'd have to have a camera. You'd have to have the judge. You'd have to have everything set up. Because if you get through, you're gonna have to prove that you done the Open with the videos and things like that. At least this stage, it's like you can just jump in on a Friday night, do the workout, and then the quarters, make sure the videos are there, obviously, a bit of a judge.
Going on to jumping in, I haven't jumped in probably for about 8-9 years in an open properly. And obviously I jumped in the first one, the ankle, that is what it is. And then on the last workout with the burpees and the up going in weight, that was probably my one of the best moments I've had for a long time, like doing it at the class and doing it, feeling that factor afterwards where you feel so rough, like just the heart burning. And then getting to coach everyone do it afterwards, thinking, I know what's coming. This is good. Yeah. And if you see, I was saying, for example, that you don't want to do your first set of burpees quicker than 35 seconds, like to all the members, like you've gone out too fast because everyone gets excited. And the minute I see them doing 30 seconds, 29 seconds, I thought, oh, that's going to catch you and that's going to hurt. So that's not enjoyable in a funny way, but it was funny to watch.
It's good. It's good. And you don't know it unless you actually do the workouts as well. You actually never know. Like you can look at the workout, you can guide how it's going to be. Even the most experienced people, coaches or whatever, until you actually do it, you don't actually know exactly how it's going to feel. So it's good to do it, experience it, and then obviously you can give advice as well. But yeah, same with me. I've done every year. Apart from the last time it was quarters, I think that was a few years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
When I had the same sort of structure. That was the first time I could jump in the classes again, because there's a lot riding on it. Even for other people, like it's like you have to just be a bit more, like if some people are filming in the classes and things like that, there's more space. I'm more worried about what they're doing and things like that, making sure it's all run right. But now, again, it's not about me. I can just jump in the class. It's good. I'll coach the first one, jumped in the second one. One of the other coaches took it, and then you can kind of get back to it. So there's a lot less pressure on it, I think, which makes it fun. Makes it fun for everyone. And I think that everyone, some people are a little bit scared of the open, don't really understand it as much, but it's basically just a test of where you're at. So the idea is you
test what we've been doing, what you do for the whole year. Obviously, the other gym, the one we've taken over, our program is structured for the open. Obviously, some members haven't done it long enough, some are new, but now it's quite nice if they've entered the open or took a part in it, and they've got a baseline where they need to be, and then they can just pick off and build from there now, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I think is. That's why I encourage everyone to do it. Like the open, it's good fun. It is, and there's a little bit of pressure on it, which some people don't like, but it makes you push it for one. It makes you find a lot out about yourself, even just in the moment of like pushing it and things like that, and also
being judged,
and keeping yourself accountable, and just making sure that every rep is good. Obviously, I feel like once people go through one cycle of the open, their training is better. They're a little bit more like, I'm going to make sure. A little bit
like, who is it? I'm not going to mention names, but someone said to me they're really happy, they've done really well in the open, and they said they just struggled with the 22.5 kilo dumbbell for the overhead lunges. And he went, but I need to do it more. So first of all, they now know when they go into class, they need to do it more. But it doesn't mean that in the workout, oh, right, I've got to use the 22.5. Like I said to them, have the 22.5 out, let's start with that, and then have a 17.5 or a 20 next to it. So you might do 2 rounds with 22.5, and then you're going to use the 20, and then if it gets worse, go the 17. So they're still building in obviously the volume of the movement, but they're just touching base now on the 22.5. They might not do loads, but next week you might be like, oh, we've done 3 rounds with a 22.5. The following week, 4 rounds. We get it's a progressive though, and they're winning. And I was like, that's when it's so good. It was their first time they'd done the open. That was one of their feedback. The other one was like, oh, the chest to bar volume. Like I've realised how much harder that is. So now, when the workouts come out, they might just think, instead of just trying to come in and do the workout, they're coming in with an intention that they're going to work on their chest to bars.
Yeah.
That's from because I messaged quite a few people, and it was great feedback that I was getting on where they already know now. Because once you write it down, you're like, oh yeah, it's quite self-explanatory. I know where I need to work on, which is the best thing, like self-reflect, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, that's it. And I think that once you do it, so once you go through one, you can reflect and you look back and, oh yeah, I didn't do as well as I could on the pull-ups, chest to bar, maybe the wall ball, even for some people, that's the first time they've touched a 9 or 6 kilo wall ball. because they're just stuck in your own kind of like, oh, I'm always using the 4, I'm always using the 6. But we've got every site, so it's not just going
and
from
in between
6,
as well. Yeah,
so I mean, it's not just going between a 9 to a 6 to a 9. Just look at the workouts. Yeah, maybe just use a 7. Yeah, and if it's like loads of volume, maybe stick to the 6, but try and get more reps, try and build the capacity up. But then on the workouts where there's a little bit less, go a little bit heavier, mix and match a bit. So you have to kind of test yourself in different workouts, and that's what scaling is really. It's not just scaling for, it's not just, oh, we scale it to the same thing all the time. It's basically varying it up. So even
scaling it's suitable for yourself, isn't it? Like where it's going to help you improve as well.
Yeah.
You know?
So what? How was it running it? Because basically it's the first time it's ever run them open. Obviously we do it really every year, but yeah.
Well, to be fair, the first week obviously I was actually so excited, and the other coach Tom was taking the class, and I was there to be more like a floor judge, making sure everyone was accountable. So I said, like, I'll jump in the class and do it. And it was so. Do you know what? It was so nice to relax. Then like normal, having your camera out, making sure everything's set out properly, and make sure no one walks past your camera. Sort of going when you're ready. It was like, right, 3, 2, 1, go. We was doing the warm up. And I felt like I was doing the workout, it was so enjoyable. Obviously, I hurt myself. So immediately I went straight home to get my foot and ice and that. But I was fortunate that Tom, like shout out to Tom Smith and Tom Murray and the members all like carry on in the evening and holding it really well. Then on the the second workout, on the Friday night, yeah, it was obviously that I had the ring muscle ups. It was good to see, like when I saw a couple of people get their first ring muscle ups, also getting ring muscle ups under fatigue because they haven't done that. That was quite good. I think it's definitely harder to, like, just because you're more conscious about everyone else, to make sure everyone's warmed up. That was a thing for me. I was like, oh, is everyone warmed up? Is their heart rate? Because going how I would like to warm up, I like to be so warm, like I've got a sweat on. So maybe I was trying to be like, oh, is everyone ready to go? But unfortunately, obviously being my first time in the evening, I did have Tom Smith, who's done numerous ones over the years. So having a good team. So I learned a lot personally that if we're doing it next year, probably a lot I personally would change, but that's because obviously I'm so new to it, and to witness it, where before when I've done it with you, I've been there, I've taken part, I haven't really been down long enough, vice versa. Back in the day when it was years ago, I can't really remember, that was like 8-9 years ago, so I just remember it was a buzz, and it was a buzz, but I just think there's more things that for myself personally could make it more just even more better experience for the members.
I think promoting it as well, we didn't really promote it much. Sort of people don't know what it is, a lot of people don't know about it. We try and do a good job of trying to get people up for it, but I feel like people just kind of blanket, like, do you know what I mean? I even mentioned it in the classes here, so Rayleigh especially, you say it, you try and encourage people to do it, but it's always like, oh, he's not talking to me. It's like, I am. Like, I want you to do it. I want you to experience it.
Also, like, probably on my behalf, maybe I should have gone through like obviously you've got your RX, but there's going to be the scalp and foundations. And again, probably because like an athlete hat on, which is something I'm trying to change, is that I should have thought, like, hold on, forget about just the RX, explaining, going in details about the foundations. Because then once they've done, or the scaled, once they've done that, next year, they know where they can build off of this. They might still be doing scaled, but they can compare to them. Yeah. Instead, some of them are like, oh, I can do this, I haven't signed up. And which I get, I completely understand. Yeah. Probably half I put my hand up, that's my fault as well. Like, I could have probably maybe just gone, right, and explained it thoroughly to everyone, maybe. So,
yeah. But, I say, first one doing it. But it's good. It's good to...
you was a coach down as well, so you had... like for down here, which was hard because I know you wanted to come up to.
No, the plan was trying to come to Chelmsford for one. But yeah, there's just a lot of people here. A lot of people doing it. There's like double the people here than at Chelmsford. It's a lot more logistics. We were had to run another class. There's 3 classes there rather than 2.
You had a couple of coaches. You had coaches away as well.
Yeah, some people are away on holiday. Just running it. So maybe next year we'll try and split it a little bit.
Yeah.
We did toy with the idea of just having it all in one location, but yeah, we don't know how that would be received from members, I guess. You know,
we were saying like one Friday night at Rayleigh, then the next Friday night at Chelmsford, and that. But
it's a lot of logistics,
and it's a lot. There could be a lot of people.
Yeah, there's probably some people that are like 5 minutes away from here that finish work, or you know, like So logistically, it's not good. But for the quarterfinals, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do one event at Rayleigh. We're going to do it this year. We probably might change it next year. Which we're what's the word? We're going to run it like a comp, basically. We're going to do two days, Saturday, Sunday. As far as we're aware, we don't know the workouts. So we do two or three workouts on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. Have everyone, there should be over 20 people. We're going to open it up to other gyms if anyone else wants to come down and do the workouts. Because what we find, usually, there's not that many people. There's, like, probably most gyms have between like 5 and 10 people, probably.
Yeah.
And then if they, like, some of them might not even do it. So some people are kind of doing the thing on their own.
And I've been there. You jumped in just with me to keep me going, really. It's not, because it's a lot of pressure when you do it on your own, and that sometimes you just need to do, like when you go into a class, you just go there, you do it, job done. It's not saying we set up for you, but just to make things easier. So
yeah, no, it is better as I think at least one is better if there's loads of people around you. It's just more of an atmosphere. Also, you got more people looking at everything, because there's a lot of like movement standards, the way the camera has to be, and things like that. Obviously, more eyes on it, the better. And we can just have more judges, basically. You need, we've got judges, there's advanced judges that you need for the next stage as well. So yeah, I mean, just having it in one place is going to be much better. So looking forward to that. Anything else open-wise? Let's talk about some goals. So I guess really how I see it is, there's like, you got your normal kind of members that have just started. That's kind of we're just going to say that if everyone was doing the Open. So you got the foundation is very, very beginner. Literally anybody could do that one. Yeah, and then we got the Scout, which if you've been doing CrossFit a couple of months, you could do that. Yeah, especially this year, like balls, but box step overs. You didn't even have to jump. It was jumping pull-ups, and then the highest skill would have been a pull-up, but it was that far on that if you are pretty new to it, you probably would have done like 8-9 minutes before you even got there. And there's a way that there's a tie break time where it's basically how fast you get there is still your score. So your workout technically just get to the pull-ups, but you go as fast as you can. And then the other one, obviously, just same movements. You can step the burpees over a bar, and cleans and thrusters at a lighter weight. So kind of most people can do that. So kind of probably your first thing, if you did want to do it, is get those movements nailed down. Quite simple movements, but we do them in classes. Like you do CrossFit 5-6 months, you're going to have those Scout movements nailed down. As a beginner, really. Yes.
Yeah, I think I was doing classes for 2.5 years. And that's what I did with the Open, to learn all my skills, from ring muscle up to everything, was all just for the 2.5 years. Only because other gyms opened up and work was different. Yeah. So
I mean, most people do, right? Every member here, there's probably like 10 maybe do a little bit of programming on the side. Out of like 150, 160 people, everyone else is just comes to classes. Jack only ever does classes. He made it to the course. He got in the top 25. And it just sometimes takes a little bit more. So classes, but sometimes he'll turn up 10 minutes before, getting a little bit of practice. Obviously experience, and the longer you do it, the more regularly you train, the better. Because if you only come in 2-3 times a week, you miss a lot of stuff. So you're gonna be very restricted to how many touch points you get on skills and lifting and things like that. And technically, sometimes people cherry pick. So you'll be favouring, if you're more endurance based, you'll probably come into the more endurance kind of classes because they're in your wheelhouse kind of thing, and and
you enjoy them.
You enjoy them.
I get that. Yeah.
And sometimes if you're only coming that a couple of times a week, why not? But if you do want to progress on the certain movements, then that's something that you should be doing. Basically, coming to the classes that you're not that great at. So you're not that great in gymnastics, come to the class that it has in gymnastics. Once or twice a week, we're always touching on gymnastics, barbell cycling. Just come. Again, if you're a strength-based athlete but haven't got the fitness, then you should be coming to the fitness classes. So I think, as a scaled athlete, that's kind of what you should be working on, trying to get a broad, really, consistency, and get a broad
base
of like everything, rather than specialising in certain things. And that's all really you got to work on, I think, as a scout.
That's what it is. CrossFit's everything, isn't it? So even when you go to the lower, without being rude to anyone, like to the lower level, you still got to be able to slow do all the movements, and then all you're doing is just adding a little bit of volume here. Oh, you've gone from 5 pull-ups to 6 pull-ups to 7 to 8, and then you're onto chest to bars. You get your chest to bars. Oh, now you're onto bar muscle ups. You still won't be amazing because a lot of people can do them, but you just slowly add on, and then eventually you've got this whole nice base. All you're very well rounded. You can hit the gymnastics. You can hit a relatively heavy barbell. And your fitness is good, and that's what we want everyone to be, really. Like, you haven't got to be the top of the game. Everyone just slowly improving all the little areas. So if you've got like your gymnastics, you might be that you're really good at handstand push-ups, but your toes to bar aren't. So maybe leave the handstand push-ups on the back burner, go to toes to bar. Lifting, you're a really good power lifter, but you're clean and your snatch isn't that great. Probably your technique. So let's focus more on your technique, and we can build from there, you know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Just overall, just come to as many classes as you can, really. Consistency. If you're consistently coming, even if you only push it 50-60%, that's what I say to everyone. Even for weight loss goals, even for any kind of specific goal,
just show up.
It's consistency. It's like I was heard someone say it's like basically taking a tablet every day. If you take a tablet every day, rather than you just come once and you take 10 tablets, that's not going to fix the issue. Basically, you need to keep chipping away at it. And then obviously, if you did want to work on other things, personal training sessions at Chelmsford, we do specific gymnastics classes and weightlifting classes. We do the high rocks classes if fitness is a bit of a thing and you want to get some longer endurance sessions in. But even on our just normal CrossFit program, you get exposed to all of that anyway. So there's plenty of variation. And then, so for the next level, I guess if I call it a bubble athlete, which basically you're around the bubble of the 25%, whether you're going to make it to quarters or not. So really the open is kind of your testing ground. You do as best you can and see if you can get into the top 25%. And then you go through, and then it's the next stage. You have like 5 workouts. They're all a little bit harder, a little bit heavier, and then you see where you get from there. So yeah, to get there, I guess is that's where you might need the extra skills. I think probably for guys, I haven't actually looked into this, but on workout 1, you would have had to get down onto the 40
wall balls, I think it was. Yes, there was a post about it, not too, but I think it was like maybe 10 or 15 reps in there.
If you needed 60, you'd done the step overs on the wall balls somewhere.
On the way back, yeah. That's it.
The gymnastics, you would have had to get a couple of muscle ups.
Yeah, I think maybe 2 or 3 ring muscle ups.
For guys, I think girls
would have been, I think if you'd have got there with a good tie break, if you'd have got 1 ring muscle up, that'd been huge. You'd have just catapulted miles ahead of anyone else.
Yeah, but, so the thing is, and you have to get there, don't forget. So a lot of people didn't even get there. So they might even have muscle ups, but you haven't got the capacity or the fitness where you just didn't actually get to even use one. So you need the skills, but you also need the capacity. You need the work. You need to build it up. So while obviously fitness, there wasn't that many pull-ups and chest to bars. No. So I think it's probably an overall fitness for those guys that didn't actually get there.
Well, they've probably got to the pull-ups, and obviously a bit of a technique issue if you've got them, but still. And after about 7 or 8, it probably has got fatigued. I think I don't know who it was, but someone down here went out fast, got the chest to bars, they broke down, and then by the time they got to the rings, they got it, but they could have had a lot quicker time. Just being a bit smoother, I suppose, you know?
Yeah. So again, that's it. But skill-based, you would need the muscle up to get through to that quarterfinals, unless you've done very, very, very good in the other 2.
Yeah, which, to be fair, down there was, I don't want to get the names wrong, but there was 2 ladies who didn't get any rings, but they've got through because I think their first and the last one's very, very good, and they got to the rings. I think they might have been a 10, but they didn't get them. And to be fair, one of the older male athletes, he did the same. He got to the rings, but obviously it's different in age group.
So it is doable, it is possible, but that's fitness. That's where you have to be very good at the wall balls and the box jump overs, the burpees, and then the last one would be. It wasn't even a heavy bar, was it? It was heavy-ish, but it's more
muscular endurance, isn't it? Like, as in lifting, like being just so out of breath, really. Because burpees it don't matter how good you are.
Yeah, it's good as ever. And then lifting that barbell, cycling the barbell. I don't know how you done it, but you probably cycle. Basically, I think to get through, you would have had to have cycled that first barbell a bit. I think singles would have been too slow. cycle the fast bell a bit, cycle the second barbell a bit to get a good enough score to get in that.
Yeah, to be fair, obviously I'll be quite methodical on it. I did cycle the first bar. I did 2 sets. The thrusters were 2 sets. Both ran that for the first 2 rounds, and then the next one I did singles, and then the thrusters was 4-4-4.
Yeah.
And then, but like I was quite smooth with my burpees and stuff. I'd say I've got a generally quite a good base. But if you hadn't, that's where your time was eating up. If you was looking at the barbell, I would drop it and pick it up.
Yeah.
If you do a single and you're looking at it going, and you take a step back, in that time, someone's probably done 2 or 3 reps. So it's just being, but then everyone who's done the open, especially their first time, even just doing it at the 42 bar, they would now know that, go, oh, what did I do wrong? Like, did I step back and go,
So too much rest.
There's those workouts had so much. I liked it because for someone doing the CrossFit like after a year or so, there was so much it highlighted for everyone. Even myself, whether bad leg or not, I know things that I was like, oh, that didn't feel quite great, you know?
Yeah.
So
that's not the reason though. I love the open because you can, it's almost like when you do a race. If you do like a High or something, if you say to someone, what was your score? You're going to have a good gauge of how fit they are. So I think you get that from the open. It's like, oh, what was your score in this one? And it's like, oh, okay, so you're thereabouts kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you can kind of use a lot of these workouts as benchmarks because you know they've done them right because they were judged.
Yeah.
So you can use them as benchmarks. You know they've done what weight they've done. You know they've done them right. So you can kind of get an idea where they're at, where they've got to improve.
Like we said, I said to some of the members was like, if anyone's got a question about it, because now I know their scores. If they send me a message going, oh, look, I think he's this, I could go, yeah, he's in the barbell. It's the fact you've never done over 60 burpees in such a quick concession. So when you did the first, it was 12, wasn't it? Was it 12?
Yeah,
12 burpees. Then you did your quick power cleans, which they could all do. I was watching everyone muscle it or throwing it up and down quick. Then they did another 12. They've done like 24 burpees with the bar at about 90 odd seconds. Yeah. You're not used to doing that. So that heart rate's just gone boom. But you need to get used to just doing your burpees and doing more. Because you don't do that many all the time.
No.
And that intensity.
No. And I think that leads on to stimulus. So that's the other thing. In classes, to get better, you need to hit the right stimulus. And so you can't, certain workouts, you shouldn't be RXing if you spend all that getting the right stimulus. So for instance, if that workout come up in a class, then most people shouldn't be RXing it because they're not going to get the stimulus. They might only get like two and a bit rounds where really it's like, actually we should be getting up 4 or 5 rounds. Yeah. So a lighter barbell, moving faster on the burpees is going to be what you want. Obviously it's a test, so you have to do the specified weight, but you have a strategy for that specific workout because it's a test. Whereas in a class, we'll be like, especially when the way they're structured, is sometimes it might be we're hitting 5 cleans and then it's as many burpees over the bar. Like yesterday's was lunges, walking lunges, and then for the remaining time, burpees over the dumbbell. It's like the idea is you pick a weight that you can do all the lunges unbroken, so then you get more time on the burpees and you hit the burpees. Same with the wall ball. Although we were saying that most people could do the 9 kilo wall ball, did it. If you're doing wall balls in 2s or 3 reps, then you shouldn't be. Basically, you should be now reducing the weight, building up the capacity, and then I guess going from the 6 to the 7 to the 8 and building it up. Making sure you understand the workouts. The coach should be going through this at the beginning of the class, making sure you're kind of aware of it, exactly what the stimulus should be, how I should be approaching it, how fast roughly should I be getting around in, should I be going unbroken, should I be breaking this up? And that's exactly what we do as a coach. We explain every single workout like that, and that's how our workouts are designed and programmed. You don't just come in blindly and just give it a go.
There's intention behind everyone. That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's how you get fit.
Also, like you said about if people are only doing the membership is 3 times a week, but you're a really good runner, like I'm just using it as you're sort of a higher box athlete and that, but you want to be doing more CrossFit, well then in those free workouts you want to see, today I think it's isn't it some touch and go snatch? That's perfect. You need to go and actually touch and go some snatches, and then you've got some overhead squats, wall balls, which is more CrossFit based workout, instead of coming like maybe a couple of days ago where it was like shuttle runs, rowing, which you're going to be really good at, which is great. If you want to do something you're just good at and not stress about it, that's fine. But again,
but if you want to improve, that's what training's about. That's what we say.
Got to get uncomfortable.
So. And it's about improving weaknesses. Like it's not just showing up to the good classes that you enjoy and you want to do. Obviously you can, if you just want to get a workout in, but also it's about training. So building up the weaknesses, come into those other classes, and sometimes it isn't either or. Sometimes you do both. Like come to the Olympic lift ones, chuck in one or two of the kind of endurance based ones. Yeah, I think having a game. I think now is a good time from the Open. If you didn't make it to the quarters, you gave it a go. Have a little reevaluation and kind of think, what do I need to work on? Where I'm miles off a pull-up? Do I need to work on strength for pull-ups? Is it the technique of like kipping? It's probably going to be strength overall. Same with the barbell, same with the burpees. Did you get crushed by the box jump overs? Maybe you don't normally do them and you're trying to do them. Maybe you normally do a low box and it's time to go up to a higher box. So yeah, have a little think. But we are coaches. This is what we do. Reach out. I love it when someone reaches out and asks for tips or how do I get better at this and certain things like that, because basically it's what we do. It's what we enjoy. We run the classes, we run the gyms, but really run the business isn't why we kind of got into it. like especially I was a coach. I was a PT for ages. I enjoy the coaching. I enjoy running the business as well. It's kind of what we just have to do it. But yeah, I love it if someone reached out and they want to help with things. I'm sure you would.
Yeah, like.
And all the other coaches that actually are coaching the classes.
But just going back on when you said about now reevaluating how you want to go to the next stage in the Open, but even the people who didn't do the Open, I'm hoping now that, like especially like Chelmsford, that now they're more aware of how the Open roughly worked, and talking to people is filtered out. They're like, oh, okay. But if you want to see, like, to push for next year, like I said, either drop me a message or one of the coaches, and we can just throw a couple of things, a little bits of help. Like someone who I've watched come down, and he has gone like all in, like kept on training really hard, really new to it. And he did, in a fair play, he put his hat in the ring, like done the Open, and he didn't quite make it. But his is that he's only 3 months into it, and his background probably doesn't suit how the Open is like. But I will guarantee next year he'll be going there and he'll be doing the ring muscle ups. So he'll be there for the top 25%. And I'm actually quite excited to see his journey now go there. Like I've said before, like I've messaged him privately going how well you've been doing, and it's just even for me, like when you've done it so long, the motivation does die a little bit because like they say it's discipline and I go there, but even just to really send certain workouts. But sometimes you see something like that and I'm like, he gives me that buzz where when I first started, I loved it. And it's like, I look forward to seeing that. So anyone else, like, because I've spoken to him, but anyone else who wants to, just drop me a message as well, because I get a buzz out of it. And it's great to see it, like when it's all coming together and it's all clicking and you're like, oh, I just got my ring muscle up, or I've just done my barbell cycling, the bar's close and it's fast, you know, or they learn how to bring it down without touching their knees, just the speed, just these little tips and tricks, and you're like, yeah, it's clicking, you know, and it's quite exciting, that.
No, it's good, yeah, it's good fun. I say there's a million things that you can improve on, like even like little things like that. It's all good to come into classes and it's fitness, but if you like it's not all about the Open or competitions, but for some this conversation is. That's what it's about. Like we'll have another conversation just about pure fitness and getting fit and losing weight and like normal thing. But this conversation is about kind of the competitiveness, the stages going through it. I always find that after years of training on my own as well, like my own training and coaching other people, if people are actually training for something, it's better. Like you have a goal, a specific thing, like a CrossFit comp, but even if it's scaled, high rocks, even a run, like
even
the
goal of looking a certain way. Like you know, everyone don't want to go on holiday, but when you get that feeling and you do look that certain way, or you lift that certain weight, like I want to do a strict press, like 70 kilos or something for someone or whatnot. When you get them, it don't stop there because it's a drug. You're like, right, let's go again.
Yeah, you want the next bit.
I want a body weight back squat or something, or double body weight. It just goes on, and that's the thing. But you just got to get on that train, and then it's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, we've had people here since the day we opened, like 9 years now, and the thing that people keep coming back is because they just want to improve.
Yeah.
Like people usually walk through the door of any gym, they don't even know what CrossFit is. They start for weight loss. I want to look better. I want to put on some muscle, mainly lose some body fat, really. But then you do that as a byproduct, but people just end up coming back. Oh, I want to get double unders. Oh, I want to get this. I want to get better at this. And feeding it with these little things like competitions and things like that, it takes away the focus of the fat, the body fat kind of thing. More performance driven, and all the rest happens. Like the body
you look
fat,
good, everything.
Look good, yeah. So I encourage it. I think everyone should just do some competition at some point in their life.
Big or small, doesn't matter.
Big or small, it doesn't matter. Oh no, we have actually got some coming up. We've got one in April. We've got the triathlon.
Yeah.
So road ski, bike, single partners. We've also got a CrossFit comp in June. We're going to have every day an intermediate plus. And then we've partnered with Aaron at Perform Training
Race 5.
for the Race 5 event, which is
August the 30th.
High Rocks, August the 30th, High Rocks E. On a running track, you do 2 laps, and then it's like a functional fitness thing inside. There's road bike ski, there's some other stuff, some carries and things like that. August 30th. So yeah, if you do want to sign up to any of these, obviously reach out, or I'm sure you'll see it on our Instagram and things like that. We'll have posters in the gym with the QR codes. It's quite easy to sign up to them. But yeah, if you fancy throwing your hat in the ring, I encourage it.
Yeah, I second that, mate.
Cool, man.
Wow.
All right, that's a wrap. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.